Oh, hi there. Today I wanted to talk about a topic of interest, and that would be the G20 summit that was in Argentina today. Not particularly a lot of information has come out, at least not on Google or anywhere. I didn't watch too much of the news today, so I didn't hear from that perspective. Um, there were two major things that were going on, and the most important one was Donald Trump and the United States and their stance on tariffs against the Republic of China. Um, it's actually my belief that things would be better off if not only the tariffs were kept in place, they're at 10%, but if they were increased incrementally at least to 25%. That would be a major blow to Chinese their economic prowess. And to be quite honest, they have it coming. They deserve it. The political and economic and military powers of China as a country are not to be trusted. And they've done things that are highly offensive to the Western empires. And this kind of conversation cannot be held as a surprise to anybody. I mean, it doesn't even really matter if if you're even from that country. I mean, there are plenty of people from the United States that bad rap the Americans simply because they don't know better. But over in Asia, they're quite brutal to their working class. And if you're excusing them because you want them to have a better economy, which they will be, the economic leaders will be thinking of themselves first of all, then obviously you're brainwashed and you're just delusional. They're not there to help you out in any way, shape, or form. And it doesn't matter who you are. So that was one factor. And the overblown factor, it was kind of like a clue or a hint that the Russians and the Saudi Arabians have been, having a bit more friendly of conversation. But the Prince Crown Mohammed, I forget the rest of his name, him and Vladimir Putin seem to be on very friendly terms. This may not necessarily be a bad thing, even though Saudi Arabia is kind of, punching the Yemens in the kidneys right now, which isn't nice. However, that's way beyond most people who live in my part of the world. It's beyond our comprehension to know exactly what's going on over there. And the fact is, Saudi Arabia is an extremely wealthy country, and that means you do have to be friendly with types of countries like that. Um, and the Russians being friends with the Saudi Arabians, I mean, the Saudi Arabians have long historical ties with Great Britain. In fact, they're the ones who put them into power, many years ago. And with the United States, they were quite friendly with George Bush. Um, and it's simply one of those things about the world that people are going to have to accept one way or the other. Not everything about it's good, but it is a thing. But them being on friendlier terms, so it denotes reasonability. I said that wrong, but reasonableness. Like it says that there is chance for cooler heads to prevail, and that situations can be better. Um, Yeah, and usually wealth and prosperity can bring those sort of things. I know I just mentioned about how China and how we should take away their wealth and prosperity, but in a way, we're not really taking it away. We're taking it away from their economic leaders, their military powers, and their political structure. That's not the same as taking money from the Chinese people. The Chinese people don't have much money anyway because of their leaders. Their leaders take basically everything. And that's not from a biased perspective. That's telling it like how it is. And it's not nice, but that's simply one of the facts of life. And those were the main things. South Africa was allowed to speak up a little bit. I'm not sure if they got much accomplished. There was a lot of fears that if the United States and China didn't try to get along a little bit better, that it would affect everybody. And I'm sure it's going to. I've heard nothing to the contrary. I mean, maybe it was on the news and I'm just completely oblivious to that, but I'll find out probably in the next couple of days when that kind of information is released. Anyway, it was good talking to you. Talk to you guys later.